Okay, I have to make this video. It's about the Butler. It's about people that's tapped in, so-called people who have knowledge of self, who think knowledge starts and ends with them. Shut the hell up. The shit y'all be saying sometimes gets on my goddamn nerves. Yes, I wear my beads. I burn incense. I got natural hair for right now because sometimes, I like wearing my wig because I suffer from alopecia. So don't get the head wrap wrong trying to figure out, well, this sister must be with this organization or she must be with that organization or she must be this. No. Look, y'all, this movie, The Butler, to me, is a great teaching tool for people who aren't tapped in, don't have knowledge of anything. But all I see is people who haven't seen the movie criticizing the damn movie. Like, what type of dumb shit is that? Oh, that's not queenly of you, sister, to be cussing. I'm sort of like pissed because that's all I'm seeing right now. Like people with dumb stuff. Well, what I heard, and how you heard something, this movie just came out. You probably heard it from somebody who already went into the movie with a negative, daggone opinion, and they had about it anyways. And you getting it from, that's just like, to me, reading a certain book. I'm gonna have a different understanding of the book than you are. So why don't you just go see the movie and have your own understanding? Matter of fact, take your kids, your neighbor's kids, yeah, your neighbor who probably is not tapped into anything but BET. Take their kids so they can know a little bit about their history. Teach their parents. Hell, if you can't teach the parents, teach them. But to be going back and forth, like that's all I see. The last month or so, I've been watching stuff on Facebook and all these little groups on Facebook about uh, the civilized black group or the civilized whatever. Ain't shit civilized about y'all if y'all in the group bickering about whose knowledge is right and whose facts are wrong and this, that, or the other. Nah, man, what you should do is come together as one. What we should do is come together as one to see how the hell we gonna help these kids. Because it's the kids now. Some the adults are gone and lost. Some people you could drop a seed and hope it grows, but now it's time to plant the seeds in the kids. You know, but instead of bickering back and forth, what the hell are we gonna do to help these kids out to better our community? They're not gonna teach the history that you got a little taste of in this movie. They're not gonna teach it like that in school. Who's gonna teach it to them? My daughter saw two men hanging and said, "Mom, I didn't like that part of the movie." Guess what? I had to tell her, hell, it happened, and it wasn't too long ago. I was born in '79. I'm about to be 34 on the 20th. I was born in '79. We talking about the 50s, 51. My great grandmother passed a couple of years ago. Hell, her parents was born into slavery. This stuff didn't just happen millions of years ago. This is some recent stuff. And for all your ignorant folks who say, "Oh, I'm not African American, I'm American. I'm not none of them African," honey. We are the only people in the world. In the world, your skin color is nothing. Like, we African American. Like, get over it. And I'm sure there's gonna be somebody who's so civilized and so tapped in to it. Oh, sister, you're not African. And what the hell am I? Right now I'm African American. My great grandmother, she was a her mother was a midwife. My grandmother was a baker. My grandfather was a sharecropper. I had another grandfather who owned a nice farm, nice piece of land in Maryland. Like, I got a proud history of people who had to struggle. But a lot of us people, if the civil rights movement was going on right now, guess what? Even some of you so-called civilized people, you'd be the ones just sitting there, standing around, reaping off the benefit of others getting their ass beat, thrown in jail. People nowadays getting thrown in jail for stuff. Man, these people ain't marching and get thrown in jail and beat and hung for us to be, some of us black folks right now, to be doing the dumb mess we doing right now. We can't always blame the stuff on the man. We got to start taking responsibility for some of our actions. And I feel like if you have the knowledge, instead of trying to figure out what everybody else's secret knowledge is, share the knowledge with everybody else. Even if they don't want to hear, share it to their kids, because that's the future. Hell, some of these adults are so gone and lost, you ain't even gonna get they ain't gonna want to hear that. They ain't gonna want to hear that at all. But share knowledge with them children, man. And stop being so, get off your high ass horse. Okay, you might know a little bit more than somebody else, but you wasn't born like that. Somebody had to do the same thing to you. So this rant is really about the Butler, but this goes to some of y'all so-called civilized people who like to wear their nice robes and nice jewelry. Come the fuck on. Yes, I cussed again. Start helping these kids out, man. Like that's our future right there. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't use this movie that came out, The Butler, as a stepping stone, as a teaching or something, I didn't see nothing the matter with that. They talked about J. Edgar Hoover and how he did what he did with the Black Panthers. They talked about how one of the presidents wanted to try to pimp the civil rights movement to his benefit to get more votes. Like, and this is a movie. It's not a documentary. Like, come on. And if you don't like the movies, if you don't like the documentaries, and you don't like the facts that's out there, guess what? Get off your butt. Go make your own movies. Go make your own documentaries and write your own books. And that's all I got to say right now. But I'm sure you're going to get some more rant with Free. But I'm just, it's like been building up in me. The stuff, I go into these groups and see people arguing. Put religion to the side. Put whatever belief, whoever taught you what, to the side. And let's focus on these kids, man. Let's do that. Y'all focus on what's his name? Kendrick Lamar said to somebody about Jay-Z. Like, I'm looking on somebody's page. Right now there's a brother. He put his opinion about how the movie was, and it was a great opinion. He said, actually, it was somebody, Stickman from Dead Prez. Like, I'm looking like, okay, we're going to talk about the movie. People start talking, they ain't even seen the movie. Then you got people talking that they want to talk about Jay-Z. Like, yo, he ain't post about that. And with these names, it looked like some of y'all, not unless y'all just carrying a name and ain't the person carrying the name, like, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all doing too much, man. Get focused. Wake up. Even if your third eye open, clean it off. Get some Windex. Wipe it off. My name is Freedom. I'm out.